Hey guys, welcome back to Hike Oregon. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some things that I no longer care about after almost 15 years of hiking and backpacking. If you are new here, welcome to the Hike Oregon family. I make hiking and backpacking vlogs, as well as gear reviews and just general tips and tricks videos to help you become a more confident hiker and backpacker. If you enjoy content like that, click that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified every time I make a new video. And if you want more content from me, you can always support me over on Patreon, where for as little as just $1, you get extra content throughout each month. So I started hiking and backpacking when I was a child. That was always with my dad. He would plan the hiking and backpacking trips. I didn't really get into hiking and backpacking until 2013. That's when I rediscovered my love for the outdoors and I started hiking all of the time. So right when I rediscovered hiking, I started going down the rabbit hole on a lot of things. I was really obsessed with just a lot of different things about hiking and backpacking. So here are some things almost 13 years later that I used to really care about that I just don't care about anymore. The first thing is my backpacking base weight. Oh my goodness, I went down the rabbit hole for a few years of ultralight gear. I didn't really have the money to spend on a ton of ultralight gear, but I did try to shave down weight in some ways that were just totally ridiculous, such as cutting my comb for my hair in half, shaving off part of my toothbrush, or like getting the little mini travel toothbrush. I got rid of all of my stuff sacks. I went as far as to cut off some extra length on straps on my backpack. I mean, it really got ridiculous. I got a lighter weight sleeping bag. I do have an ultralight backpack as well, and I would take like minimal clothing. I would take minimal food to the point where I think it was probably almost unsafe how little I was taking. So as I've gotten older and had more backpacking experiences, I have just kind of gotten to this point of finding all of the gear that I really like, and I don't care what it weighs. If I want to take that extra bag of gummy candy because I enjoy it while I'm backpacking, I'm gonna take that extra bag of gummy candy. If I want to take a second pillow because it makes me more comfortable when I'm sleeping, or if my sleeping pad is just a little bit heavier but it's more comfortable and I get better sleep, it's absolutely worth it to me. I also now take additional clothing to change into at camp so I'm not as cold in my sweaty hiking clothes. I would have never taken that before, and it just makes a huge difference in the enjoyment of the experience. All right, speaking of gear, the second thing I no longer care about is what people think about my gear. I used to think that people judged me for what I carried, if I carried an off-brand this or that, or, if I didn't have Z-Pack's backpack or Z-Pack sleeping bag, or, if I didn't have like some name brand clothing item, if I took something extra, people on the trail would look at me funny and think, oh my God, why is she carrying that? I don't care anymore, to be honest. Like I said before, if it makes my experience more enjoyable, I'm gonna bring it. And that's where that saying comes in, hike your own hike. I think people sometimes forget that and they can maybe judge others. But I also think that the judgment is more so on social media versus actually on trail. I have actually never in my life come across someone on trail who is judging me. I've just thought they were judging me, and I have gotten judged online for stuff that I carry, but out in the real world, no one is judging you. They're just happy that you're out there enjoying yourself. And the last two things that I no no longer care about when it comes to hiking and backpacking is the speed that I hike. I don't know why I used to like super care that, oh, I have to hike 3.5 miles per hour and be crazy. Sometimes it's fun, if I've done a trail like 3 or 4 times and I'm just hiking to, be out there, get some exercise in the outdoors. Sometimes I'll, look at my sports watch and be like, how fast can I do this hike today? But most of the time, I just really want to be out there to enjoy myself, to enjoy the forest, to enjoy the experience, enjoy the people I'm hiking with, enjoy my dog, enjoy taking pictures. And sometimes that means slowing down. If I'm hiking gung-ho 3.5 miles per hour the whole time, I'm not stopping to take pictures of mushrooms. I'm not stopping to see the wildflowers. You could miss a view. So I have definitely stopped caring about that as much. And then to go along with that, I also no longer care about the amount of miles that I hike. Yes, it feels cool to be like, hey, I hiked a half marathon today. That's awesome. I feel accomplished. I feel awesome that I can do such a thing. Or, hey, I backpacked 20 miles today. That's awesome. And I love that feeling. I honestly do. But that's no longer what my hikes are about. I feel like when I first started really getting into hiking, I was all about the miles. Like I wanted to hike the most miles. It didn't matter what other people were doing. Like I needed to hike the miles. Give me 10, 15 mile day hikes. Like I was all in. There was 2 years where I hiked about 800 miles in that year, which is crazy to think about. It was so fun, but like I said before, I don't care if I'm doing a 5-mile hike or a 15-mile hike. The only thing that matters to me is the experience. And am I enjoying being out there? Do I get to enjoy it with friends? Do I get to maybe take a swim in an alpine lake? Like I'm way more about the experience now versus the craziness of the hike. Like I don't care about elevation gain. I don't care about the mileage. I just want to have a great day in the outdoors. And that is a mindset that has completely changed in the past like 10 years of hiking. If you would have told me 10 years ago that, oh, one day you're going to be driving almost 3 hours to do like a 3-mile hike, I would have been like, what the heck is wrong with you? I used to have this rule where I would never drive longer than I hiked, and I've definitely broken that at this point. I drive longer than I hike all the time, especially in the summer. Sometimes I'll be driving 3 hours each way. Often I'm not on trail for 6+ hours. So that rule has been broken and I just don't care. I just want to be out there enjoying the experience. One more thing I thought of is I don't really care if I am solo or not solo. Yes, I always enjoy my hikes more with friends. Guaranteed. Those hikes are always more enjoyable. But I used to just not be comfortable hiking solo. And so I missed out on a lot of adventure opportunities or days where I could have gone hiking and backpacking just because no one could go with me. So then I wouldn't go. And at this point in my hiking journey, I just don't care. If people can't go with me, that's fine. I'm still gonna go and I'm still gonna have a great day or a great backpacking trip. So that has changed a lot for me as well. And I've gotten to do a lot more things because I'm more open to doing them by myself. Thank you so much for watching this quick little video. I hope it was entertaining. Let me know down in the comments below, what are some things that you no longer care about after many years of hiking and backpacking? If you don't already, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. That's where I post all of my recent hiking and backpacking adventure pictures. And if you want to hike and backpack here in this amazing state of Oregon, check out my website, hikeoregon.net. You'll find tons of content there about hiking, backpacking, and perfect for this time of year, I have lots of snowshoeing posts on the website as well. And over there, you can also find access to all of the hiking guidebooks that I have written over the years. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next adventure.